We love staying in Punta Cana All-Inclusive Resorts. We love it so much that we have stayed in 15 of them so far and are working our way up to staying in every single one. But we wish Punta Cana Resorts stopped doing these 14 things. Number 1. Closing the buffet restaurant. Let's face it, when we think of an all-inclusive resort, we think of unlimited food and drinks. All resorts have at least one all-you-can-eat buffet restaurant. However, some close the buffet for one or more meals depending on occupancy. For example, they might open the buffet for breakfast and lunch but keep it closed for dinner. We've even been to resorts that only open the buffet for breakfast, leaving you with no choice but to eat in one of the a la carte restaurants. Don't get me wrong, we love eating in a la carte restaurants, especially for dinner. It's a nicer experience and the food is usually better than at the buffet. Still, sometimes you don't feel like ordering from a menu and spending over an hour eating, particularly during lunchtime. Also, vegetarians and vegans will likely find more options at the buffet. Make sure to watch until the end. Number 14 can cause you to book the wrong resort for your Punta Cana vacation. Number 2. Closing the a la carte restaurants. Can you see a pattern here? We like our options to be open while on vacation in an all-inclusive resort. Some resorts rotate the opening of the specialty restaurant. For example, a hotel might have Italian, Mexican, Indian, Japanese, and French restaurants, but only the Italian and the Japanese are open on Mondays. On Tuesdays, they'll open only the French and the Japanese, and on Wednesdays, the Indian and the Mexican. We prefer resorts that have all the restaurants open every day. Number 3. Designing non-private toilets. This one baffles us. Many Punta Cana resort rooms don't have a toilet area completely separated from the rest of the room. The door to the toilet doesn't go all the way up to the ceiling, leaving a gap that defeats the purpose of the door in the first place. When you're in there, you don't want the other person staying in your room smelling or hearing anything that goes on there. Another inconceivable thing is making the door of frosted glass, which makes it even less private. We beg you, please refrain from getting creative with the toilet area. Please give us a solid door from floor to ceiling that completely shuts the area off from the rest of the room.
Did you know you can book Punta Cana excursions online? We've handpicked the best tours and made them 100% online bookable at NittyGrittyTravelers.com/Punta Cana.
Number 4. SeeThrough Showers. This one is less common but common enough to make it on our list. Some hotels have frosted glass separating the shower from the bedroom area so you can see the silhouette of the person taking a shower from the bedroom. This feature can be very awkward if you share a room with anyone other than your romantic partner. Even for couples, there are just some areas one watches in the shower that are not very attractive to watch. Number 5. Towel carts. Thankfully, this is a dying trend, but we wish to see it buried. The sooner, the better. Some resorts give you towel cards when you check in, which you can exchange for beach towels in the towel huts. When you check out, you must return the card at the front desk, or they'll charge you a certain amount for each unreturned card. While this helps hotels keep better track of the beach towels, this is outdated and cumbersome. Most resorts have simplified this system. You can grab beach towels without the towel cards. You may grab as many as you need and replace them as often as you need. This method is much more convenient and worry-free. Number 6. Not having enough beach towels. Speaking of towels, some hotels need to anticipate better how many beach towels guests will need at any given time. We've been to some resorts where some days it's almost impossible to find a pool towel at any of the towel huts. This is probably due to low towel inventory or bad scheduling of the washing cycles, leaving guests waiting for towels sometimes for hours at a time. Number 7. Excessive use of plastic cups. Another cool feature of an all-inclusive Punta Cana resort is the unlimited drinks. At any time during your vacation, you'll probably have a drink in your hand, and it's common for that drink to be in a disposable plastic cup. Many resorts do a great job of serving drinks at the different bars in reusable plasticware collected throughout the day by the staff to reuse. This dramatically reduces the waste you generate during your stay in the Dominican Republic and makes Punta Cana a more sustainable destination that we can continue to enjoy for many years. Another great way to circumvent plastic cups is to bring a tumbler like this one and ask the bartenders to serve your drinks in it. Number 8. Require reservations for specialty restaurants. This might be the most controversial item on this list. We know many people prefer restaurants requiring a reservation to secure a table, especially when traveling with large groups or children. However, we best enjoy our stay when we don't need to make a reservation to dine in specialty restaurants. This frees us from having to figure out early in the day what we would like to have for dinner that night. A drawback to restaurants not requiring reservations is that it increases the chances of waiting in line for a table. We wouldn't complain about this if we hadn't seen the no reservation system be done successfully in some resorts. Number 9. Overdressing the bed. We know we can't be the only ones that do this. Whenever we enter our hotel room, the first thing we do is remove the cushions and runner from the bed. While they do a great job of dressing the bed, there is no way those items are washed between guests, and we don't want them anywhere near the bed. We know they make the room look prettier, but they're very unhygienic. Number 10. Headboards made out of fabric. Speaking of unhygienic, please stop incorporating headboards with fabric elements. This fabric is not only hard to clean properly, but it is also not clean between guests. Every time we see one of these in our room, we make every effort to prevent our pillows from touching the headboard. Many gorgeous headboards are made from different materials, such as wood, and while fabric headboards look lovely, they belong outside a hotel room. Number 11. Losing the Dominican essence. We love newer modern looking Punta Cana resorts and even prefer them. However, we've noticed in a couple of them that you don't feel like you are in the Dominican Republic. The music, the food, the drinks, and the entertainment can feel generic, and the Dominican culture is lost in translation. We don't mean hotels need to include cultural cliches, only that they remain thoughtful of the fact that what makes Punta Cana unique amongst the many world beach destinations is that it is located in the Dominican Republic. Number 12. Having to order drinks from the servers in the buffet. We can only assume this is done to control drinks consumption and cut costs, but having to order drinks from the wait person kind of defeats the purpose of a self-service buffet. Some resorts will have coffee stations and juice dispensers at breakfast, but these disappear for lunch and dinner. Waiters and waitresses are super busy in buffet restaurants since they wait on many tables, so drink orders take some time. You might even be almost done with dinner by the time the Coke you ordered when you first sat down arrives. Leave the juice, water, soda, and coffee dispensers out. We're not going to suddenly go crazy and pour ourselves 15 glasses of orange Fanta. Number 13. Forcing QR code menus. After the pandemic, QR code menus have taken the world by storm, and Punta Cana resorts are no exception. While we see the value in having these digital menus, please remember that not all travelers will have an internet connection while vacationing in the DR. Even we, as locals, sometimes don't have internet connection, depending on the restaurant's location. Almost every resort offers free Wi-Fi, but we don't like to use public networks for security reasons, and ordering our dinner without physical menus can be tricky. Number 14. Pressuring guests for positive reviews. This is the most pernicious one, since it has eroded our trust in Punta Cana hotel reviews on sites like TripAdvisor or Google. We've seen this practice in a few resorts, Staff members will approach you and in a friendly manner ask you to write a positive online review. They can be very insistent and many people cave to their pressure. We did once, a couple of years ago, but never again. This has to be done at the direction of someone in a position of power in these resorts. And a rewards program is likely in place for staff members that get these reviews. A good way to spot a fake review is that it usually mentions a staff member by name, the one who approached you, praising them for their service. While some are genuine reviews, troves of these fake reviews can be found online and can even significantly alter the rankings on sites like TripAdvisor. We don't know how high this order is coming from, but it needs to stop now. Now click on this video to watch our 16 tips for a perfect Punta Cana all-inclusive vacation stay.